Okay, I want to show you how to use TinkerCAD circuits. It's a program that's going to allow you to virtually make the circuits that you would breadboard and give you an opportunity to kind of do the same thing that you could do in class outside of class, should the need arise. So if you just type in TinkerCAD, you'll find that. Log in with your BSD account, and you're going to click Circuits over here, and we're going to click Create New Circuit. It's pretty nice in that it saves automatically. It's like kind of like Google Docs in that way. First thing I want to do is I want to find a breadboard. I'm going to type in bread. There's a few of them. I want to choose the largest one here, if I can. There we go. I may actually even need another one, so I'm just going to drag that out there. I've got two now, and I can drag that around. So these are just virtual versions of the actual devices themselves. What we're going to need is a set of switches. We're going to need a power supply in order to run this thing. So I'm going to type in power for power supply. Of course, that didn't work. Type in power for power supply. We're not going to use a battery there. And it's really simple to use this. I'm going to turn it around a little bit. Just clicking the rotate here. I can make a connection from the negative end to the negative end. Let's make that black just to keep things organized. I can make this one red. So I've got power coming to that portion of my breadboard. I can also take from the red side over here, from the positive, over to the positive on the other side, continue to make that red, and continue all the way across doing the same thing. I'll do the same thing with the ground. All right, so now we have our breadboard all set up. I need a series of switches so I can use them as my inputs. So to do that, I'm going to type in DIP for these switches. I only need 4, so I'm going to come over here, drag and put that across the breadboard in the middle here. And then I want to make sure that I can hook up each one of those just straight to power. So I'm just going to put 4 little jumps across all red. Alright, the next thing I need to do is I want to have a circuit that I can use, or some chips that I can use to make my circuit. So they don't have the 74LS 74s or the 74LS series, so we're going to use an HC series. You can find the same chips that we're going to use in class just by typing just the numbers. So I can type in 08. I'm going to find 74HC 08. So there's an AND gate. I'll put one of those in there for my circuit. I can type in a 32. I can get an OR gate. I think we have even some inverters. We have a NAND. We have a NOR. 10. We have some interesting ones, 10s, 11s, the 20, something interesting. So they've got lots of different chips available in here. I can make this with just 2 chips here. So all you need to do now is just make your connections and then go to an output. For an output, they don't really have anything great here. We can use an LED. And see, I have an LED here. The one caveat to that is make sure, obviously, that you know which is the positive, which is the negative. but also that if you're going to run your power supply, I don't know what's going on. If you're going to run your power supply at, let me click simulation here, at 5 volts, and these chips are going to output 5 volts, you need to have a resistor on your LED, otherwise it's going to blow up and break your chip as well.